stronger and much more confident, and as you can see, great body language there as she comes out. One of the other rules is that you have to advance forward, you have to grip with two hands on, and this is exactly what Megan's doing, and she's really taken to these new rules, and she has to be, when she gets those grips, she came out, she's forward, she advances, she takes that grip, but she really needs to grip and attack. Cannot be hesitant at all, she has to really believe that she's capable of doing this, and my goodness me, she can. She's up against a very strong Russian, and there's never an easy match when you get a Russian in your quarter. But I don't think this will faze Megan at all. Coached on the side with Billy Cusack. Oh, a lovely drop Cianagi there. And Megan, oh, and this is where Megan comes in, a lovely roll there. She enjoys her niwaza, and very, very confident indeed down there. Yes. A little bit there in the second best of the grip, but really has to. She's got slight height advantage, Megan. She really has to try and take advantage of that situation she's got. You can see her trying to set the Uchimata up, but just loses the grip. Lovely drop Cianagi there. Sordiya looking the slightly stronger on the attacks, but as far as enthusiasm and pace, Megan's is doing extremely well and in front. Just needs to follow it up now with a great attack. And it's not so good. There's a Shido. Like we say, the Shidos are on the board, but no scores will go on unless it becomes the fourth one, which is Hansokumaki. Lovely Uchimata, just again losing control with the hands, but a great attack for this young lady. Very, very strong, good posture there. Oh, but they walked straight onto that drop Cianagi, and a lovely attack from Sordiya. Sordiya just keeping that sleeve down, trying to avoid Megan's arm from slipping over. That's Megan's lifeline, that power that she needs for that Uchimata. And Sordiya knows that. And she's controlling quite nicely tactically, but then controlling too much and receives a Shido for being passive.
На татами едно да излизат Жерден Майерсон Израел, Карен Нунира Япония. Метуан.
So you can see her sort of setting up there. Again, another drop Cianagi. Overuse of that, but not really being too effective on Megan. But Megan has to be very careful she doesn't ride that technique. So once again, the Russians, one thing that dropped Cianagi, but nowhere near this time, but followed up with a combination of a Koichigari. Megan coming in with the Uchimata into the Makokomi, very, very loose indeed. But again, Megan's working there in the Niwaza, and this is where she is confident. This is where she does have some very, very good skills. So now she needs to wrap over, and can she fit? Yes, oh, she just slips that head. Goodness me, we're going to see one of those famous rolls that she has. Sordiya looking a little bit tired, but I wouldn't take that as being what's really happening there. The body language of the Russians are normally as if they're sort of very laid back or can't be bothered or exhausted, but when it actually comes to fighting, as you can see, they can fight and they've got some real staying power. It's just their body language says the opposite. If they see their hands on the hip, they can't be bothered swag, but not someone I would underestimate at all is a Russian athlete. Uchimata, but still not having much impact at all on Sordiya. Lovely stance there, good strong grip, but now really needs to follow it up with something special. As we can see, there is still two Judos on there for the Russian and one for Megan, which puts her in a better position. Almost spoke too soon there. Goodness me. And but what Megan is normally in her strength is her niwaza. She's got herself caught up in an awful situation. And with the Osakomi being less than what it was, it's took it to now, but I think that's up into a... Goodness me. So Yuko on the board. And that's not good with 9 seconds to go. Now,
it's a very bad situation for her.
It's awful, isn't it? And for someone who's so strong in niwas to get caught like that was awful. Maybe overconfident there. And sadly for Megan, I do not see that. Right, well, Sordiya from Russia wins in the first round, which is a great start for this young lady. But sadly for Megan Fletcher, she is out of the tournament. And she will be desperately disappointed in that. She was winning. If it came down to no scores, she would have won that just based on the two Judos that were awarded to the Russian. But sadly put herself in a very awkward situation and paid dearly for that.
So we go on with the next fight on mat 2 between Franziska Szabo from Hungary and Esther Stam from Netherlands in category 70 kilograms.
Now this will be a very interesting,